Welcome to Kick It and Waffle. Today is the NBA Fantasy Draft 2024-2025. I've just moved to London, so I've missed waffling with the boys about sport around the world. So we're going to kick it off today with the NBA Fantasy Draft. I got these clowns over here that are going to be in the draft with me, and a few of us are going to analyze it afterwards as well. If you stick around, you'll be able to see what the punishments are for the losing player, the person that comes last in the season, as well as what our thoughts are on some of the picks that were taken. At the end, I'll put all the teams there listed so that you can see who you like the best and who you want to support for the rest of the season. Let's get into it. I'm here with two top analysts in their fields. We've got first over here, Sebesh Muruganathan. He is a top tier analyst, used to work for ESPN.
What's happening, everyone? As you said, top tier analyst from ESPN. Winner of the league 2 seasons ago as well. And here to win it again.
And then we've got number 2 analyst right here, Yoshika Kulasinga. He's never even touched the top 4, but he's been the first draft pick for the last 5 years in a row.
What's going on, guys? League manager here, so I hold the kahunas of the league. So, Lee, better watch what you say. Professional and dick rider. Wolves will win the chip. I put them in first every year. So, I've got only biased views.
There were some questionable picks, in my opinion.
No!
Oh,
yes!
what?
Yes! Yes!
No way.
What did I say? Surya, what did I say? Surya, what did I say? Let's go! Let's go!
What is happening?
Whoa.
Bro, there's no way this guy took Tatum, bro.
Oh my god,
What a
Shea fell.
throw.
Shea really fell.
First round, Tatum in the 5. How do we feel about that?
I did not like it at all. I thought he was going to go to... I thought I was going to pick him at 10. So I was 10th. He went at 5. So I was happy he ended up coming down.
Shea was still on the board.
True. No, wait.
Yeah, Shea went 6 to Surya.
It was.
Shea won 6. That's crazy. We're talking Tatum overall. He's been a disappointment. He's on a stacked team. He's not in MVP conversation. Going top 5 is pretty crazy. He's been underwhelming.
Is he not in the MVP conversation?
He's always in the conversation, but is he in the conversation?
I personally think this season, because he has no pressure on him anymore, that they've got the chip, he'll be able to play a bit more freely. But at 5th pick, still shocking for the draft. But I think he has a good season still.
I'm saying there's people on the board right now for you.
Bro, what is on the board right now? I can't believe what I'm watching.
Yeah, there's massive names still there.
There's names on the board.
Oh my god!
What?
What the fuck? You're joking. Oh, Yoshi, I love you.
Wait,
I love you.
Yoshi bro, I'll tell you right now, you could have got him on the next one.
Yes.
Yeah, no one
Wait that long. I got my choices.
A personal favorite of yours, Yoshi. Chet in early round 2. He was the 16th pick overall. What are we saying? First of all, I'm going to give my rating for the pick. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. Sabesh?
Yeah.
Oh, 2. I'll also give it a 2, you know. I was going to give it a 3, but you know, 2 is good.
Okay,
Look,
let's go.
Stick in the head.
All right,
Look,
come on.
my first thing is, what was it pick? Sorry, 16?
16.
I think you could have got him on your 3rd round.
Go on, give us your defense here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was always going to pick a center as my 2nd pick. Always.
Okay.
Always. Yes, I landed. Drafted a guard. For context, I drafted Ant first. I drafted a guard. I wanted to build around Ant with the defensive center. He's expected to make that league. Projections say he's top 15 fantasy player. If we look at the stats, 2023 season, 19 points, pushing 20. Let's say 2nd year, he pushes 20 plus. Rebounds 7.5. Hardenstein's injured to start the season. Who's getting the boards there? Who's getting the boards?
Yeah. Well, okay. you didn't know Hardenstein was out until
Okay, so I mean, it looks like you're definitely
I ain't done, man. You're gonna come and say 2 out of 10.
Keep going.
Blocks 2.3. Who is he behind? Wemby is the rookie of the year. He's gonna make a 2nd year jump. He's gonna average 20 plus points. Let's say 22 points. That's it. He's gonna keep his defensive style. He's gonna be the main defensive center, power forward. He can rotate. He'll be on the floor. He's young. He's healthy. I expect a big jump, and he'll be a top 15 and a couple of years top 10 player.
You know what? You make
Now,
a
is
good
he
point.
still
It's
top
almost as if you knew it was a shit pick and we were going to come after it. So fair enough. You make some good points there.
Oh, he's faking him, man. It's so close, man.
Bro,
Bro, if you took Steph second, you would have got Chet's at third. Bro.
yeah, exactly.
It was not coming down to me, bro.
Bro, how is Steph Curry?
You're an idiot, bro.
The biggest name to drop into that third round, Steph Curry. What are we saying? Are we saying this is the decline? Is this the start of something that we don't want to be seeing, or is that just?
Look, I think it is the decline. I think where he got picked might have been slightly too late. But last year he dropped off a lot, and like he'd have those games where he only gives 20, but there is higher usage this year. So like with no Clay, with no who else do they not
They
have?
literally have no one else. It literally is just
CP,
Curry. But here's my thing.
CP and Clay gone. Yeah.
Yeah, here's my thing though. Is again last year I think a lot had to do with Draymond just having so many games off due to him just punching people.
Issues, yeah.
They had he just they didn't have a system that worked for him. Clay was shooting terribly, so like at points Clay was not giving him the same thing as drawing away a defender. Curry was having to create everything by himself. This year they've actually surrounded him with a few shooters. With Curry having those guys around him, they probably will fit the game more to his style. But I agree, he's still going to get double teamed and he's still going to have a rough time.
If we're talking spacing, they're expecting Kumbucker to make a leap as well.
I think so.
So if he's the one who's driving into the paint and kicking out to Curry through off-ball screen, and they're playing back 2016 ball.
And do we think Kuminga is that guy? Do we think Kuminga is the guy that...
He's athletic.
But is he going to demand that fear, or is he going to be consistent enough through the season that Curry has those open looks?
Well, Draymond has been known to mentor these young kids,
The young ones,
to a point where they kind of buy into this system. If Kumbucker can buy into the system, he's expecting a contract extension.
That's true.
I think they have like a breakout season, proper breakout season.
There's no one behind him on the bench.
There's literally no one behind him.
The hate on this pick is going to be astronomical, but you know what? I'm backing it.
Well, Zingis.
Nah, I'll fucking kill you, bro.
Oh,
No, you did this last year, bro. You're gonna wait and see, bro. You did this last year, bro. Come on, bro.
Jordan Poole.
Yeah, well, like we said, you could have got Kumbucker before him, and he has high upside.
I think
Jordan Poole. I took him in round 7, end of round 7. I was the 11th pick in round 7, and I got Jordan Poole.
I made a list of people that you could have picked before him that I guarantee will be better.
All right, go on.
Kumbucker,
Yep.
Poeltl,
Yep.
Zingis.
Injured for the first half of the season. Go
Still,
on.
he'll be better.
Go on.
He's only injured till December.
Yeah. Okay. I'm saying here's my defense for Poole. Last year he was a second round pick, early third round, end of second, early third.
But he shouldn't have been.
He shouldn't have been. No, I agree. He didn't have the season to match
Yeah.
that. But the picks were constructed based off the season before. Obviously, Golden State having a great time there, but also the lack of depth at the Wizards. He could have just a terrible season, and he would continue to start there purely because that team is so poor. And this year, they've now got Valanciunas. Again, he might get traded away. Kuzma is going to come into his third season at Washington. And we've got Poole in and around. So that's all kind of players that can have like some kind of offensive threat. Right?
Okay.
So he's not going to get double teamed. He's going to still, his decision making is not there. But he's now maturing into, okay, this is your peak time as a player. He needs to start playing ball. So I think in the 7th round, it's a fair enough risk to be taking.
7th round for number 1 option, maybe number 2 option.
Yeah.
On a shit dog.
You gotta look at
yeah.
in 7th, 8th round. You gotta look at just value.
Yeah.
And there's a high upside from Poole if he just locks in and starts that.
And also, he's a
once he gets
purple
into
patch
that
type of
level.
player. There are times he just goes on runs where he'll just put up 30, 35 points.
He does
5
do
games in a
that.
row.
Yeah. On you, B.
Yeah, I know. I'm between two guys.
You think he's Zion?
Well, pause, bro.
What's the draft report saying?
He's gonna play like 40 games.
Oh, why is
He's
he
taking
out?
it easy.
No, I think he'll
Bro,
get.
my
I
fifth
think he'll
pick is
get
not
50,
playing 40 games.
50 to
I
55.
promise you.
I think he'll get 50 to
Bro,
55.
he'll retire mid-season, bro. He doesn't get it.
They don't have anyone there. Like when he's playing, he's like second round value.
Load management. I feel like this is going to be big for this season. The biggest name to kick it off, Kawhi Leonard. What are we thinking? We've already got the report out that he's had the injury, which happened after our draft. Do we think he plays this season or what's the go?
Fuck no.
He's
Fuck no.
out indefinitely.
Yeah,
Right?
indefinitely.
There's no way he's out. I think he might be out for the season.
So
But I
he's
feel
actually-
like halfway through at least.
He
Yeah,
might
he's
play
not
like a
gonna
handful of
play.
games just to suss it out.
So we're saying
even-
Kawhi out for the season. Don't touch.
I
Don't
reckon
pick
his
up.
career-
Never. Yeah.
His career is done, bro.
Career
Degenerate.
done. I would have loved.
How old is
This
he?
is as pure just a basketball fan. I would have loved one good Kawhi season to finish.
Yeah, I would have gone crazy. He did play. He played pretty well last year.
Man, we had the chip.
Also,
we had the chip.
yeah, it's also done now
We have-
as well with PG moving away. That team is chalked anyway. Like it's not like it's just gonna be role players just doing the whole job.
It's Harden's there.
Harden's
If
there.
Bones-
Harden's there.
if Bones-
It's gonna have to be like Houston again. It'll be like Houston.
I
He hasn't-
don't trust Harden to care, bro. He doesn't care.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we'll go into one of your picks now, Sabesh. AD, first round pick, 10th place. I think it was great. I was 11th pick, and I was
Value.
hoping and praying you wouldn't take him. But AD,
Value.
There was no way. There was no way he was going past me. I originally had him at 6th. Just after that top 5, I had him at 6 because I think the 6 to 10 range is a bit iffy. But like I had him at 6, I got him at 10, and I think that's value even with all of that.
I agree.
Just injury prone. Like
I agree. He had a
abilities.
full season
Like,
last
it's-
year. He had a full season last year.
He did. He played
That's for sure.
He played 76 last year.
He's their number one guy when LeBron goes, and LeBron's got one good season left.
Is he not the number one guy this year? LeBron is 40 years old.
He is. He
He's
is the number
old.
one guy.
He has to be
He
the
is
number
the
one
number
guy.
one.
LeBron's going to be holding the ball.
But I think as long as LeBron's there, AD, them two will both play as much as they can.
But where's the rest of the team around them? We've got Austin Reeves.
Also connect.
We've got D'Lo.
Like
we
connect
just-
crazy.
we
Got
got-
D'Lo.
Obviously,
Yes.
Bronny, I
Yes.
don't
Big
see him
Bronny.
getting much game time. That's no hate on the guy, but he's a 55th pick.
I feel bad for that guy, man.
I see him
We'll see.
being in the G League probably by the end of the season, just to give him some more time.
I think
G
for
League's a
sure.
tough one as well.
End of the
Bro,
season
Bronny's
is so
playing-
long.
Bronny will play 4 games to start the season, 5 max, be pushed onto the bench, and then when everyone forgets who he is, they'll push him down in the G League and they won't care. They just want to get as much money out of him as possible.
Honestly, even G League's going to be too hard for him. He got into this way
Especially
too early.
across the triple NBA, bro.
He should have been in college one more year at least.
You're just getting abused online. Are you seeing it? These comments are
Yeah.
personally attacking an what is he, 20-year-old kid? Like it's
21,
so
yeah, it's a young
outrageous.
kid.
It just feels sad.
Oh, as a human, yeah, it feels sad. As a sports fan, he sucks.
Okay.
So, I want someone else on there.
So we
On the
think
court.
he gets dropped to the G League early in the season. I think he makes it near the
Right.
end.
The Narcissus is better than him.
Okay, here we go. Another man that's in that MVP conversation consistently, but will not be this year for sure, is my first pick, Joel Embiid.
He shouldn't have been the first rounder. He was a fringe 12.
Here's my reasoning behind it. The next pick on the list would have been like a Trey Young, and then you kind of move into solid second round options after that. Trey Young, personally, just don't like the guy. He's done the Knicks dirty too many times. I can't have him on my team. But the other side of it is Embiid, when he is playing, he is a top 1 or 2 fantasy point scorer. Right?
He is, yeah.
I don't think he will be playing many back-to-back games, but if he gets me 55, 60 games, I reckon that puts him in top 10 scoring across the season.
If 55, 60. I think so too, actually. If he plays to 60, for sure he'll be in the top 10. 55. I think if he gives you 55, you take it.
MVP thoughts. What are we thinking, guys? The easy ones to say, obviously, Jokic again. Let's get to that in a second. Luka for the first. I think there could be a Bucks revival when Giannis comes back with a vengeance, and then obviously another one, Shea. I think the OKC are ending up first or second seed. What's our MVP order? Let's do that. So we're saying Jokic at 1.
Yep.
And then Jokic is at 1. Then I'll go Luka and then Shai for me.
I'm going Shai Luka because I like Shai's play better than Luka.
I think we're overestimating Jokic.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Right.
That is it.
Right.
I don't think he cares about MVP at all. So what I'm thinking
I don't think he cares about basketball. The thing is, when he turns it on, when he throws us from Slovakia onto the backboard and it's a bang shot, it's butter, and he will end the game, go home and watch the horses.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Fair enough. Okay, and then so I think that is a clear top 3. Jokic, Doncic, Shea. Giannis, we're saying he's not going to have that season in him, but he might play a bit more team ball and they might go a bit further. Is there any point having the conversation around Tatum and Anthony Edwards? I think they're the next ones knocking on the door. Are they?
There's no one else at Minnesota.
Okay. There isn't anyone else at Minnesota. You're right. Minnesota has
He's going to
better.
make that jump. He's young.
So you think
I hope Ant gets
he
it.
carried USA?
He carried USA. Do we think with no one at Minnesota, they still have the ability to put up results as well? Like, you can't just be the best best player on a number 10 seed and get the MVP. I mean, you can, but we're not going to see that.
It's not going to happen. That's not.
They'll be a top 2 defense. I think we were 15 on offense, and I think we worked on that a lot better. We're trusting in Nas. Nas can play his role. We bought Randall, who's bully ball. He'll buy into it. We got the bench. We got the bench assets. We're probably one of the deeper teams in the league. If we're talking about the bench. We got Dante.
Yeah.
We got
I do agree. I prefer the spacing that you have now with no Cat in the picture. You got one center who's Gobert will occupy the middle. And then you got Randall who can defend on the wing and everything like that, as well as you've got great defensive players, McDaniels and everything like that. And I do think, Dante on the offensive end is going to stretch the floor a little bit, give Ant some running space as well. I don't see them finishing above maybe 5 or 6. I think Tatum could be in the conversation if he comes back with big numbers this year.
Celtics will be first seed. He just needs to be a big part of that first seed.
Exactly.
Wait, if you come last, you can't change the punishment.
Yeah.
Because you can't be like, I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, that's fine. Last year's punishment, Shreyas lost and he had to spend 24 hours in a McDonald's. For each burger, each double cheeseburger or McChicken burger he ate, he got to knock off 1 hour off the time. In the end, he had 12 burgers and sat there for 12 hours. Had to go to the toilet there, took a nap there, I believe, as well. Spent 12 hours in the McDonald's, and that was the punishment. This year, we've decided to step it up a little bit. There are 3 possible punishments you could get, and you won't know which punishment you're getting until the end of the season. So coming last is actually terrible this year. First punishment, it's a stand-up comedy routine for 5 minutes. How do we feel about this one, guys?
I think this is quality.
I think this is that
quality.
It is the worst because we got a lot of introverts. Extroverts.
Yeah, we have a couple of guys.
You're right. No, you do.
Yeah, we do
We
have
have a lot of introverts. But can you see Surya standing up there?
No, I can't.
Honestly,
Yeah.
he's one of the ones I can actually see maybe doing it. There are way more. I can't see like Shreyas enjoying that at all.
I think Viv
You're
might.
right. Surya can do it over Shreyas, I think.
I think it's tough. I think Sabish would hate it. Dua would
I would
hate
fucking
it.
hate it, but I would prep the whole thing. Like
Yeah,
it's
you would
you're
have
allowed
to.
to prep your own, right?
Yeah, you're allowed to
5
prep.
minutes.
The worst part of this is going to be the fact
Marty
that
will be anxious as shit.
yeah. The worst part of this is the rest of the boys will be in the audience. Would you guys be heckling?
along with other people, along with other public.
Yeah.
So yeah. I
Yeah,
also
and
don't
then
think-
number 2, I think this one's a pretty terrible one as well. Number 2 is you have to go on a date with a waifu pillow, so one of the pillow doll things, and pretend that it's a real human being and have a nice sit-down dinner with them. A couple of rules for this one. It has to be a full dinner, at least 2 courses, and you have to talk to your date or the pillow the entire time and have a conversation. You need to talk to the order for the pillow to the waitress, and also ask the waitress or waiter if they can take a photo of you guys to commemorate the date. During this time, the boys, the rest of the team, and the rest of the draft will be over at the other side of the restaurant having their own team dinner. How do we feel about this one?
I think it's calm. I think it's crazy. You're gonna look like an idiot, but I think that's white noise. I think you can enjoy it. You get a good feed out of it.
But
But
the
like,
boys will pay for
let's
it.
be honest. You're not gonna get an idiot waiter. They're gonna pick it up pretty quickly.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
no.
you
You
have
have
to
to
be-
make it convincing that
No,
you
I'm
are
well-
dating this
I'm aware of that,
pillow.
but they will play along with it.
And then the third one, which I think this one is going to be the most fun for as a group activity. So the third one, if you lose, you have to go to 8 different bars and order a woman milk on the rocks. So you have to go up to her and say, "Hey, can I get you a drink?" She'll say yes, hopefully. And you get the bartender to give her a milk on the rocks. You can't explain it. You can't say this is part of a bet or a dare or a challenge for losing. You got to do it. And I mean, I'll play the clip after this, but some of the boys definitely think that they could pick up with this strategy as well. So that's up to them.
You will have a 50% success rate with milk on the rocks. It's so bizarre that it's
50%?
funny.
Bro, you sound like you want to give.
Like you're sounding like you want to do it, so you might as well do the full
Hey,
thing.
suss it out next weekend. Let us know.
What do we think about this one, guys?
I want the single boy.
Yeah, it has to be. I feel like it has to be a single boy. It just makes
Yeah,
sense,
it'll be
but,
more
like, I
fun if
think-
it's a single boy, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be more fun if it's a single boy. But yeah, I think there's some good candidates for this that
Yeah.
would be really funny.
I think there's low collateral as well.
Yeah, and also you get
Yeah.
a night out of it. So after you hit your 8
Yeah,
bars,
night out for
if
everyone.
you're drinking during it as well, it becomes a bit of a pub crawl and you just enjoy the night out. If you are watching this and you want to see the teams, they'll be somewhere. I'll put them up somewhere, and you can have a geese. Comment who you think the best team is, who you think the worst team is, anything we've been talking about, anything you want us to talk about as well going forward. And then like and subscribe, brother. Alright, take it easy.
Thank you, first
Thanks.
episode.
Yeah, love. Alright, safe boys. Take care.
Peace.
Hey.